Mr. Shahidov?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah.
Yes, before...
Just one second, sir. I have one question to you about how will Russia's invasion of Ukraine affect Putin's future? This is the question to you. But before that, if you have any comment on the previous speakers, please let me have your comment.
Yes, thank you, Naim Hocam. Before answering your question, I would like to make a very brief comment on a speech of Mr. General. When I said that the United States was involved in this war, I meant that the prolongation of this war is in the national interest of the United States, in fact, because the weakening and collapsing of Russia is one of the main goals of US foreign policy. But the fact is that Ukraine is being destroyed today. Official Kyiv had to realize that it was located in a very difficult geopolitical geography and had to pursue a more balanced policy. Today's war could be avoided by establishing normal relations with Russia, but unfortunately the Zelensky government did not do that. As Azerbaijanis, we know Russia's attitude to its neighbors very well, because we have been facing this aggressive policy for 30 years, and today there is a Russian army, so-called peacekeepers in Karabakh, and we know from our own experience how dangerous it is to enter into a confrontation with the Kremlin. In this regard, the mistakes made by Georgia in 2008 should not have been repeated in Ukraine, because in the first days of this war, Ukraine was left alone on the battlefield, and no actual help came from NATO, from West, from the United States, and today's assistance is not enough yet, and Ukrainian air defense completely destroyed. And if the United States had not really helped, there would have been no need to openly pit Kiev against Russia. Take Azerbaijan as an example. For example, today official Baku maintains a very normal relations with the United States, with NATO members, and we have normal relations with Russia. We are neighbors of Iran. At the same time, we have very good relation with Israel as well. In this regard, it's very important to pursue a balanced geopolitics. Failure to do so will result in what is now Ukraine. Promises do not come true, and you are helpless in front of the aggressive and destructive Russia. Of course, Russia's goal in this war is very clear: gain something from this war. Returning empty-handed means Putin's end. In that sense, it is possible Putin bought or paid for the dissertation and did not. So I think Putin's main goal is how to get Crimea and recognition Crimea as a Russian land by Ukraine and all international community. And I think Russian army will not stop until it achieves these goals in Ukraine. As the war drags on, military operations will intensify, and Russians will fight to the end. Because as I studied in Russia for 5 years, and I know the internal situation in Russia, the characters of Russian foreign policy. I think either Russia will be destroyed or it will gain what it needs in Ukraine. Both scenarios do not promise well for humanity. I think Russia could use nuclear weapons when it is destroyed, which will endanger not only Ukraine and Russia and all of humanity, as well as my country, my region. That's why I think the main thing here, not to prolong this war. Maybe Russia will win or Ukraine will win in this war, no matter. I think that peace negotiations must be continued, and Turkey is the only country that can organize these negotiations again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Shahidov.